Alright guys, welcome to my channel. For those of you who don't know me, I am ArmedChief, or you can call me Ian, whatever you prefer, and I make educational league content on this channel as well as some other stuff, but we're going to stick with the educational content stuff for you new guys. Anyway, this is going to be the beginning of a 4-part series that I'm going to be doing. I might make it more depending on, if you guys like this kind of stuff. But basically, this is going to be, as you can see right here, a League of Legends beginner's guide to support. And I thought it would be really, really good to make this, considering that a lot of people are getting into League nowadays, and there's just a lot of beginners. They don't really know what to do, and they're just kind of stuck. So I thought I'd make this specifically for support because I've been playing support since I started playing the game back in 2015. I think it was like what, season 6, something like that. But anyway, yeah. So we're gonna do a beginner's guide. It's gonna be 4 parts, and yeah, let's just get right into it. We're gonna start with the very first thing, which I think is probably the most important thing, and that is choosing your support champion. So basically, what does that mean? So, for instance, me, I've been playing since 2015. I am what was like season 6 or something like that. I said right. I've been playing Sona. Sona, I really like Sona, just the way like her play style and her abilities and stuff. She's very simple, and just I'm not really much of like a flashy plays type of person. That's just me. But we're gonna go ahead and talk more about that in a little bit here. But yeah, so that's basically what I'm talking about. If you've ever played any other kind of champion-based game or hero game, Overwatch is an example. Games like that, Valorant. So yeah, so basically just choosing your support champion. So when I say choosing your support champion, there's another thing that I also want to mention, which is listed on here, but it's about something called one tricking. Now, for those of you that have played this game before, or maybe another game, and you have heard this term before, you already know what it means. But basically, one tricking is when you basically just play one champion, or a majority of your games are based of that one champion. So for me, when I play ranked, like most of my ranked games are composed of just Sona games, and that's just pretty much all of my rank games. Pretty sad, I know. But yeah, so the reason that I recommend this one tricking thing is because it actually shows in statistics that people tend to do better when they stick to one or two champions rather than trying to be a jack of all trades, because once you learn to master that one champion or that those two champions, you are allowing yourself to focus more on other aspects of the game that are might be more important than just learning the mechanics of your champion. Because you could have good mechanics, you could be in all the Lee Sin montages or anything like that, but your mechanics can only get you so far. And you will definitely hear that from not even just me, but many coaches and anyone that will tell you that macro or game knowledge is going to be your key to climbing and doing good in your ranked games or anything like that. So the first thing that I want to talk about is your play style. This will help you choose your support champion. So basically, I wrote a couple questions down here. Do you like to be aggressive or passive? What that means is, are you more of like a do you like to get your hands dirty? Do you like to go in, do damage? You don't really care if you die. You want to frontline for your team. You want to top the damage charts. Do you like DPS if you're from Overwatch? Do you like playing, your Reapers and your Tracers and people like that? Is that your kind of play style, or do you like to be a little more relaxed? Do you like to send the back? Do you like to shield, and heal? Maybe like you're a healer type play style. You want to play some healers, stuff like that. So that'll help you choose your support champion. Again, do you like to be a frontline or deal the damage? So again, we have champions that, will top the damage charts every single game. Champions like Brand and Zyra. Again, if you guys haven't played this game before, you will get to know these champions through this guide. But for those of you that have played this game before, you know exactly what I'm talking about. These champions are very, very scary, especially later into the game. Or do you like to frontline? So you have your occasional tanks too. If you're like you have a tank play style where you like to go and get your hands dirty, but not necessarily do the damage, but you like to set up your team. You like to help your team. Engage in fights and just like all that kind of stuff. So that's definitely another play style that we have. Like Alistar and champions like that. So again, if you haven't played the game before, we'll talk more in depth about all these champions. The last question that I have about the play style is: do you prefer healing or shielding from the back? So again, like I was talking about, some healers I can name off the top of my head. Sona could be a healer. She also shields and stuff. Some more famous ones are like Yumi and Soraka, whose literal job is you just sit in the back and heal your team and keep them alive. So you could have a play style like that if that's more of your play style here. The next thing that I want to talk about is the meta champions. So for those of you that are a little more advanced at the game, maybe you're not exactly beginner, but you've been playing the game for, I have listed here about like 2 years plus of experience playing League of Legends. So basically what meta champions are like picks or champions that a lot of people are playing, or maybe champions that are more stronger at that current time period that you're playing League. So, like for example, I think we're on patch 11.5 right now. Again, for those of you who don't know what like patches and all that stuff are, we can definitely go more in depth about that later on. But it's just like the update to the game. So the current state of the game right now, for those of you that again have been playing currently with me, I believe right now like the OP supports are Rel and Seraphine. They're just super super OP, pretty much permabanned every single game. And if you do get them, it's just a complete curb stomp. You just smash your games. So that's like what meta means. It's like, supports that people are playing a lot because either they're just really, really good against certain supports, or they're just really popular or strong, especially in like pro play and stuff like that. So you could be a meta player. You could adapt your play style every time there's an update, and depending on like who's playing what support, you could play that support, and follow that kind of trend. But yeah, so that's basically what meta is. You can also follow the meta. I have here give resources to track current meta champions. So like you could use Porofessor. If you look it up on Google, it's called porofessor.gg, I believe. I use blitz.gg. You can also use op.gg. You can also use YouTube channels because like channels like Pro Guides or Skill Capped, they make videos pretty much like every single day talking about like the current meta champions and just basically like what's OP and stuff. So you could definitely use that kind of stuff. But I personally use Blitz GG. Let me see if I can pull it up here so I can show you guys what it looks like. Yeah, so it looks like this. So like I could just click on my profile and then it'll show me like my match history and stuff. But if you click this champions tab, you could just see like what's good and what's not good. So definitely recommend using one of these programs because they're just really really helpful. And the last thing is that I do want to emphasize that playing meta champions can be really really tough. If the champions are not already in your champion pool, or if you're a little newer to the game, and you want to just kind of learn how to play the game rather than playing every single champion. So I would definitely recommend just sticking to picking a champion that suits you, in your playstyle and stuff like that. So and I think like the most important thing, and the last thing, of course, I have on here is have fun. You want to pick a champion that you have fun playing. That you, I mean, I wouldn't say never get tired on because even I get tired on playing Sona, and Sona is probably like my favorite champion in the game. But just a champion that you can come back to from time to time, and just pick them up, or a champion that if you don't know what to pick in a game, you could just lock them in, and you would be okay because you have fun playing that champion. So, but yeah, so definitely you want to pick a champion that you have fun playing. If you don't really know, like what to do or anything like that, you could definitely ask a friend, someone who's more experienced at the game. Like for example, I help a lot of people out. I have a lot of friends that play League of Legends and they're lower ranked than me, and I'll definitely help them out. I even help my own brother out. He's a lower ranked than I am. I'll definitely help them out with, just giving them like general advice, things that I've done to get to like where I am at league today, and stuff like that. So you could definitely ask a friend for help on that matter. The next thing that I also want to recommend is, again, going back to the one trick thing. So like I said, one tricking is just it's so OP. I I hate going against one tricks, but it works. And I have a little note for myself here to mention statistics showing the one tricks do better, and it's true. Like I said, you could look at any YouTube video, any league guide, anything like that, and all of them will tell you the same thing. They'll tell you you got a one trick, you gotta stick to that one or two champions, and you'll climb the best that way. And it's true, because then you'll be able to focus more on the game once you master that one or two champions, and things will just become a lot easier for you. And the last thing that I would recommend is I would actually recommend playing the game mode ARAM, which stands for All Random, All Mid. So those of you who don't know what ARAM is, pretty fun game mode to play. It gives you like random champions every time you play the game mode. And it's pretty useful to actually go through all of League's champions to see if you could find one that suits you. So, like for example, I used to play a lot of ARAM when I first started playing the game, and that's how I came across all these different champions, and that's just kind of where I've gotten to where I am today. So you could definitely play some ARAM, and maybe League will give you a champion one time that you'll have a lot of fun playing, and then you'll be like, oh, I want to pick him up and solo queue, or and anything like that, and then you go and buy him, and you're just on your way with that champ. But yeah, that's going to wrap it up for this very first episode. Again, it's going to be 4 parts. Next week, we're going to be talking about, I don't want to slide too much, but we're going to be talking about winning in Champ Select with runes and summoners. So you can definitely look out for that one. But anyways, if you guys enjoyed this, make sure to, if you guys liked it, you can leave a like if you want. Comment in the comments. Let me know what I could do better, if there is anything I can do better. And yeah, see you guys with the next video. Thank you.